What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's talk about the Consumer Price Index, the CPI data, and what the impact will be on crypto. This is coming out today, and by all accounts, this has been the first stepping stone to all but assure that we do get a rate cut come fall. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about. Talk about how it's relevant to what's coming down the line with crypto, how it applies to today, where the markets are headed. We're going to touch base on a lot of things, so let's do it. Let's get started. And if you are new to the channel, perfect time right now to subscribe down below. Join the family right here, all right, and let's get into the talk that I want to share with you guys, because right now I do notice a little common trend that we're seeing, but if you look right into the crypto bubbles, and I'll show you guys what I mean, we are rebounding very nicely, nice little bounce up. So this is just to kick off the day. We'll see where this heads as we get later on into the afternoon and evening, okay? But it's kind of the whole narrative when it comes to interest rate cuts and with crypto, right? Crypto is supposed to be the digital, hedge against inflation. Then we have inflation numbers, and it's very contradictory, all right? But this is something where I look into where the market's at right now, and for those of you that don't know, we're in Toronto for the Futurist Conference, okay? And this convention, conference, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of crazy getting a lot of the same like-minded people into the same room, and it's a little different than the Bitcoin conventions where, it does get a little maxy at times, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just kind of the reality. But here you definitely see a little bit different side of the coin. I think people are more aligned with each other in some form or fashion from a crypto perspective. More so, there's a lot of overlap, okay? I didn't really get that feel from a lot of conferences, so I did want to touch base on that. We're going to be live back there today, so make sure you follow me on X and all that stuff, so if you do want to see updates across the board, we will be posting things. But the big story back into today is the CPI data, and I do want to pull up some tweets, some stuff that I did find, and we are going to talk a little bit about that, because this is something where this insurance, the car insurance and the home insurance is probably the last thing that you would think, but it's the truth. In terms of goods, household goods, products that you buy, so on and so forth, food, everybody's feeling the pain at the pump, if you will. But when we talk about what's happening within this car insurance, I mean, that is really what I think that people, it'd be the last thing that I would think that would go up. I understand it because of the supply chain and what happens down the road, but it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy how much car insurance has gotten under inflation. But more so, I wanted to talk about the kind of the state we're in within the CPI data, because right now, like I said, we are at a 2.9% year over year. It's slowing down, and it's pretty much all but assured that we are going to get a interest rate cut into the fall and come September. This is something, though, I do want to share with you guys kind of my thoughts on this, because for me, I kind of view it in a weird light. It's just weird timing, right? We've had the writing on the wall. Everybody knows the day-to-day with how inflation has hit home, okay? We feel it every day. We feel it with the volatility that's in crypto. But it's just eerily odd that we do get this rate cut September, just, ever so close to all but expected. One of the most, I should say, highlighted elections in our lifetime, probably the biggest election that would influence the state of crypto and the entire crypto sphere, just by one basic vote. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. I do want to talk a little bit more so about that, the expectations. They have the core CPI that you do have to remember excludes that volatile food and energy prices, okay? That did meet expectations at 3.2%, okay? But the curious thing is, how much will they cut it? We're hearing, obviously, for them to do a 50 basis point rate cut, that would not be something out of the ordinary. It wouldn't be something that would just completely cause a landslide across the board. But I do think that 50 basis points kind of align with that. That will be coming in September, 2 months before the big old election, the big vote out there. So you guys can connect the dots on that one. But there's a funny feeling that a lot of people probably will not have their jobs, for the next 3.5 years after that. So it's kind of just where I'm at. But not going to talk politics, but this is relevant. You can see Chairman Powell and some of the comments he's making, it's something I don't even want to really talk about on the stream, but this is something where we beat expectations. So if we do want to call a spade, let's just hope for a little bit better of a trickle-down effect, that this is actually something substantiated, right? I think some of the unemployment data is concerning, but here we are today, talking about an interest rate cut. This is something that, as we segue into the future, let's turn this into a positive thing. If this does happen in September, and maybe all of these measures that were taken by Chairman Powell that we were balking at, maybe these are all things in the right direction that's going to ultimately help get inflation under control and get the United States and hopefully the rest of the world back into a state that we were in before COVID, before all this craziness just plagued us. But for crypto, I think we're responding very nicely. Once again, on our way out, I will show you guys the crypto bubbles. You can see the market just rebounding very nicely. We had a kind of a mixed day yesterday, and on the charts we have Bitcoin finally. We are pressing 61K, so got it at a intraday high of 61.4. So that is something where we've had a very strong day. You can look into some of the deeper metrics too, and I think crypto is setting up for a pretty nice leg up. I was talking with people here at the conference, and I do feel that this is going to be a big move in Q4. I just think that we're understating the magnitude of how much hesitancy there is in the market as we await the decisions coming out from Washington, the presidential election. I think that all plays a role. Just a lot of tepidness, and I think that's not just here with ETH in Toronto, but pretty much across the board. I think that's the common denominator that's kind of holding us back, right? And that's how I feel about it. So appreciate you guys. Before you guys get out of here, though, if you do any leverage trading, make sure you guys check out my sponsor within Margex. There will be a link down below. Saves you on fees. You can register, claim up to a $10,000 bonus. They do airdrops all the time. There's no KYC. So make sure Margex is right for you. Do your due diligence. But the big thing about them is the copy trading feature. So if you do trade on leverage, make sure you go hop on over there and check out that copy trading feature within Margex, and by all means get starting trading today. But appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.